Hi everybody, welcome to the Knitting Turnpike. Today I'm going to be starting a new project called Moonflower. The pattern is by Beverly of Boo Knits, and to start this beautiful shawl, this is what it looks like. You have to do a garter stitch tab cast on, and I wanted to do a quick video of this process for you. There are other videos out there, but this is how I do it, and a lot of lace shawls do start out this way. So, first thing you want to do is you want to cast on 3 stitches. I don't do a slip knot. I just twist the yarn to start my first stitch because I don't want the knot. With it being a lace shawl, it would show up. So I just twist my yarn around my knitting needle for the first stitch. Just doing a quick long tail cast on, casting on 3 stitches, and I cast on loosely. I don't make it super tight. So there are my 3 stitches, like that. Next thing you want to do is you have to knit, for this pattern, you have to knit 11 rows. And that's going to create 5 garter stitch ridges for you to use to pick up your stitches. The one thing you have to do when you're doing this, you have to remember, is not to pick up your tail yarn and to go through the stitch. Obviously, it looks like I'm having trouble doing that. It's easy to pick up your tail yarn and knit with that, and you don't want to do that. You want to make sure you've got your working yarn, because that's the first time. Oh, and I also meant to put a pin through my 3 stitches because I want to, that'll help me when I'm trying to pick up stitches out of those 3 stitches at the end. Okay, so I'm just going to put a quick pin through them to help me find them a little bit easier. I should have done that before I knitted that first row, but there we go. Those are the 3 stitches. Got a pin there. See how easy it is to get wrapped up in the tail yarn. You can start this with any number of stitches. I've had, yesterday I did, or the other day I did one that started with 2 stitches, and that was a little bit harder because it was such a thin section that it was hard to see the garter stitch ridges. So I think I have a preference for when you can start with 3 stitches because I can easily see the ridges where I need to pick up my stitches a lot better. And the yarn I was using was bamboo on that one, so it was really slick and it was hard to maneuver it. Three. And then when you finish the last row, they say you're like this. You turn your work 90 degrees, and then you look for the ridges that you've knitted, and you're going to pick up the stitches in those ridges. You have these ridges created by doing just a knit stitch. They're called garter stitch ridges. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And so I'm going to pick up a stitch in each one of those ridges. And don't worry about that being a little bit messy right there. It'll all block itself out in the end. So I find it easier to do it like this. Just like that. Okay, I slide it here, knit it. That's 2. And here's the 5th one. Okay, transfer it back and edit. Okay, so now we're to the point where we're going to pick up the 3 stitches where we've the 3 original cast on stitches. Can you see that where I've pinned them? That's why you pin them, because it makes it easier to see and grab them. So the first stitch you're going to do is this one, of course, the one closest to you, and it's just like we did before, where you pick up the stitch and then knit through the stitch. So go like that. You picked up the stitch. Now again, I just transfer it to the left hand needle and knit through it. So that's the first one. Voila, tighten it up. Now we got the second stitch to pick up and knit. That would be this one here. So we pick it up. That's my stitch to pick up. There we go. And now you transfer it back and knit it. Okay, and then now the third stitch. Pick up the stitch. Knit through it. Tighten it up a little bit, and there you go. There you have all your stitches picked up. You should have 11 stitches. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11, and you've done 3 stitches up at the beginning of it where you knitted the 11 rows. You picked up 5 stitches along the edge, and then you picked up and knit through the original 3 stitches. And by doing it along the garter stitch edge, it makes these be a little bit more evenly spaced, instead of just, you know, more at one end or more at this end. You know, it makes them more evenly spaced. And then that's the start of your shawl. It looks really clean, and it's hard to see exactly where the shawl has started, and it's stretchy. And a lot of lace shawls actually have this kind of a cast on. If you have any questions, comments, please don't hesitate to put them down in the comments below. Do all that YouTube stuff, like, subscribe, put on your notifications, and I really do appreciate it. Appreciate you taking the time to watch this video, and I hope to see you guys on the next one. Have a good day.